lovelies, I hope you are all well. Today we're going to be looking at 8 different topics that are going to get you long-term results on your fitness journey. If that sounds like something you're interested in, hit the like button and let's get started. So we're going to start with nutrition. So you need to have an idea of how many calories you should be having. You can do this by using a calorie counting calculator. I will put a link in the description box below for you so you can figure that out. Now, a lot of people think that counting calories is really hard work, when in actual fact it gives you a lot more freedom with your food, and it's a great place to start. After a little bit of time, you'll be able to work out how many calories roughly are in things, and because we tend to eat a lot of the same foods anyway, you'll find it a little bit easier to work out, and then you won't have to do it all the time. The second thing you want to look at within your nutrition is your macronutrients. So that's a breakdown of your protein, your fats and carbohydrates. Each one is as important as the other in their own individual ways. Protein is essential for building lean muscle mass. Carbs are essential for energy unless you're on a keto diet. I'm not talking about ketone diets today. And then your good fats are also very important, though you will tend to have less of that than the other two. But working out a balance that works for you is very much an individual thing. I will put a link in the description box below so that we can have a look at which macro split is best for you. Start with your calories first and then build your way up to your macronutrients step by step. The third thing within nutrition you want to look at is your water intake. You want to make sure that you're at least getting 1 to 1.5 litres a day, if not 2 litres. If you can have 2 litres, amazing. The more hydrated we are, the better we function as a whole. Sometimes we think we're hungry when we're actually thirsty, so it's really good to make sure that you do keep on top of your water intake on a day-to-day basis. Setting your environment up for success is a huge part of your fitness journey. Many people think that they don't have much willpower, when what it really is that their environment isn't set up to suit their goals. So you want to make sure that your environment, your working environment, your home environment, people that you socialise with are all aware of your goal and what you're trying to achieve so that they can better support you. You want to think of things within your kitchen, for example. Now, I am a cookie monster. I absolutely love cookies and can't go a day without them, but now I can. It was something I was doing all the time and I could not stop myself from eating them. So if you're one of those people that find that you can't just have one biscuit, like me, then sometimes it's better to just take them out of the environment entirely. So that doesn't mean that I can't ever have a cookie again. It just means that they're not in my environment so that I go to them as a form of habit. What you will find is that you don't feel deprived of it, because you're not going to let yourself feel deprived over something that was never there in the first place. Having a plan. So you need to make sure before you start your fitness journey, or even if you've started it but you haven't done this, you need to come up with a plan. The more detail, guys, the better. You want an in-depth plan so you know exactly when you're going to train, exactly what you're going to eat, exactly how many calories you're going to eat, so you are going to be in complete control, and that's what we want. We don't want to leave anything up to chance. We want to minimize the chance of us making bad mistakes by making sure that we always have some sort of plan or routine to follow so we can start to form good habits long term. Planting the seed. So we all know starting is the hardest part of any journey, and it takes a real level of courage to let yourself be vulnerable and try something new. Anything worthwhile takes time, so you need to allow yourself that time to get set up for your fitness journey. So maybe you've been contemplating your fitness journey but haven't quite started it yet. So you want to start to plant those seeds. So things like watching YouTube videos that have fitness motivation stuff on there. Things like setting your kitchen up. So making sure you've got things that you know you're going to need. So getting some scales maybe to weigh your food on. Getting yourself some new gym gear so you know it's there ready to go when you do decide, right, I'm going to start. I want you to remember this. Small actions create momentum. All the little steps that you do are planting those seeds, so later on it makes it easier for you to start. You're more likely to start because you've already done all these little actions that have led you up to that. Make sure you prioritize those small actions that are going to get you to where you want to be long term. Don't be hard on yourself. You are trying to change your behavior, the behavior that you have probably more than likely had your entire life. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Accept the fact that you are going to mess up. You are going to mess up sometimes, and that's okay. What defines us is when we do mess up, what are the actions we take next? Failure is part of the process. What gets us to the next bit of success. So don't be afraid of failure. It is part of the journey. Embrace it. When something goes wrong, rather than being really harsh on yourself, what you want to do is review, reflect, and correct. Look and say, okay, what could I have done differently? What led to this point? And how could I change it so it doesn't happen again, or minimize the chances of it happening again? Motivation comes and goes. Understand that you are not going to be motivated all the time, which is why it's so important that you follow all the other rules, making sure that you do have a plan, making sure that you do set your environment up for success. These things will stop you from falling off the wagon or going off track when you aren't feeling motivated. And the more things like this you have in place, the easier those days become. Become a problem solver. Identify your own problems and then solve them. So I want you to get your self-sabotage head on, come up with every conceivable reason why you can't do this, and then I want you to sit there and create solutions. A lot of the time, the barriers we encounter are stuff that we've created ourselves from a mindset. So in order to change this, we do need to work on our mindset. Don't forget, we're talking about long-term changes, not a quick fix. So if you do want anything to change long-term, your mindset will definitely need to change. A journey of self-discovery. Can't approach this as the person you currently are. Our bodies are a reflection of our habits and our self-worth. So if we want any of that to change, we have to first change from within. And if we do that, the rest will come. But all of this takes time. Some of the key characteristics or traits that you should work on is resilience, patience, and consistency. I've never met someone who's been successful in their weight loss journey or any other journey that haven't had those 3 qualities. For more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button as well to make sure you never miss a video. My whole purpose is that I want to help you get fit, healthy and happy as well by approaching fitness in the right way with a positive mindset and not a negative, neglectful one. I don't want anyone being negative towards their bodies. Our bodies are amazing, they can do so much, but first we have to get the mind there first. So thank you so much for watching, lots of love, and I'll see you all soon.